All right, so there's this blogger lady that fucking hates the shit out of me. And I'm going to sue her ass because I'm tired of her making up fake stories, harassing all of my friends. Like, this lady constantly stalk me. Everybody that she see that I'm close to or like comment back on the pictures, like she literally stalks them, and then she goes and claims that people are giving her information about me, says some disgusting things about me and my homeboy Schemo. Let me tell you something about Schemo. Schemo is the nigga that turned me hat when I was 16 years old, and I've been friends with the nigga for a long time. That nigga see me going in and out of relationship with niggas, and I see him going in and out of relationship with females. Up about me and my friends, you dumbass bitch. I'm gonna sue you for defamation of character, because it's like, you know what, I let the bitch play and talk shit about me, but when you talk shit about my daughter, that's when I have a fucking issue with you. And that's the type of shit, like, it's like you be letting these YouTube bloggers talk mad shit and you let it, but when they get out of line, it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna take legal action because I'm sick of people. Like, I'm really sick of people. Like, the fuck? Anybody that she think I'm close with, she got a fucking story to tell. Like, how you think that I'm close with some girl, and then you gonna go ahead and make up stories about her, talking about she's a crackhead and everything? This woman got 3 kids that are active on social media. Like, people just want to make up stories about people and talk shit about people, because, you know, just using my name, you get automatic clickbait and shit. And it's like, when they don't have a story to say about me, they would just make a story up, or they will make a story up about my friends, and I'm sick of it. Like, I'm just sick of it. Like, it's like, I know, I get it that I'm famous and people gonna harass me, but when you harass my friends and talk shit about my friends, and when you put my daughter in your mouth, that's when I have a problem. Because I will bury a block for my child. Bitch, I'll go to jail for life for my kid. So don't even ever try it. And I'm going to sue that blogger because I'm sick of it. Gathering all my fucking information, bitch. You want to keep harassing me? You want to keep harassing my friends? You want to keep making shit up? Alright then, bitch. I'm going to take all your bread.
So, I make up stories. Out of thin air, Tasha just make up stories. And in this bird brain, okay, dark circles under her eyes, sunken eyes ass bitch, okay, wants to say, oh, look, see the story she made up? How the fuck I make it up and you had these old kids calling my mother phone and shit? How do you do that? See, you're a kid. Everything that this bitch has, you would think she would be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? She's so worried. She's more worried about me than Offset and everybody else. Now, let me tell you something. My credibility can't be challenged at all, okay? R. Kelly, Wendy Williams, and Steve Harvey. Bitch, the list goes mother on, okay? I'm a gossip site. I knew the shit was fake. I even talked to mother. I ain't gonna tell you who I talked to, though, besides Kyle, okay? I was just like, I know this shit fake, but since this bitch want to send out fake motherfucking news, guess what? I'm gonna tell the world what everybody already motherfucking know anyway, okay? Offset's been cheating. That's the reason why she leaving way, okay? And whether he has a baby real or not on the way, it's still not going to do anything to my platform. It ain't gonna do nothing but make it grow more. And I don't give a f if they put a gag order on me. And I'm gonna say this right now. The reason the bitch is mad, okay? I know they're gonna put a gag order on me. I don't give a f. It's gonna be an injunction. I don't give a f, but I'm going to get off. I'm not gonna get off the slide without saying this. The reason the bitch is mad is because she wants to settle behind the scenes. We're both mothers. You know, we've grown. We've you know, this is old. You know, so what will it take to settle? That's what the bitch is really mad about. And you know what I said? I said, no, we're not settling. We're not settling. You gonna pay me for everything that I took out of my bank account to pay for this frivolous ass shit? No, bitch, you gonna pay me plus some. So that, I know my lawyer didn't want me to say that, but fuck that, I pay my lawyer. So that shit, okay? That's what that bitch is mad about.
I'm Dennis Byron reporting live outside the federal courthouse where we're on a lunch break right now, but testimony started this morning at 9:30, and on day 2, it's really not looking good for the defendant, TashaK. There was a exchange with the attorney for CardiB and TashaK where the attorney asked TashaK a very direct question, and TashaK, for whatever reason, decided to provide a different answer to a question that wasn't asked. And the judge admonished TashaK and warned her not to do it And he looked visibly upset that she was using this, I guess, technique to potentially throw the attorney off. Then they started again with line of questioning. But it's another day of TashaK being asked questions pertaining to videos that she published, and she admitted that the videos, the contents of the videos as it pertained to CardiB was not true. She admitted that she knew it was not true, but she did it for financial gain. And the jury, one thing I can tell you about watching jury trials, when jurors take a lot of notes, they're paying attention. This particular jury that's comprised of 6 women and 4 men, 2 people of color. They're paying a lot of attention. They're listening to this bombastic blogger's vile mouth when she's doing these videos. I don't watch a lot of TashaK. I don't really watch much of TashaK's videos, but watching them today, they're cringeworthy. And she said, and I'm gonna read a few things that came out in court today. When the defense attorney, Sarah Matz, the New York attorney, asked TashaK, did she at any point issue a retraction for the videos that she's posted about CardiB? Did she ever at any point issue a retraction? And TashaK's response was, no, she did not. As a matter of fact, the videos in question are up to date. So it boggles the mind that this blogger believes that this jury will have sympathy for her when she has the videos that has been requested to be taken down, even though CardiB has had a lawyer send cease and desist, made multiple requests to have these videos removed. But TashaK is apparently thumbing her nose at the this lawsuit. So it's like watching a movie that you know what the ending's going to be, and watching this trial from yesterday to today, it's not for me, it's not a matter of whether or not TashaK is going to, CardiB is going to win the lawsuit. It's about what are the damages. Because it's clear that TashaK has blatantly ignored the court process, the civil court process. She ignored the attorneys. And when you go onto onto your platform and say you are going to take the demand letters and wipe your ass with it, the court doesn't find that too favorable, nor does the jury. So TashaK, I don't know what their strategy is, but right now it's looking very bad. It's looking very bad. And we're going to go ahead and look at some other testimony today. So there was a video that the plaintiff's attorney played where it shows TashaK talking about CardiB, and right in the promo of the video, there's one of her, I guess, advertisers, olive leaf extract. She has the picture of the advertisement. She has a picture of CardiB to the right and offset, and she has a caption that pretty much is slandering CardiB. And the lawyer was able to get TashaK to admit that she's profiting off of these negative campaigns against CardiB. And she has till today, as of today, not taken none of these videos down. So I don't know what the strategy is. I just know that this jury is very attentive to what the exchange is happening. And then, even after the judge warned TashaK on the first, I guess, misstatement of the answer, she did it again. And the judge stopped her, and he warned her, do not do it again. Do not do it again. And he was very forceful in his wording, and I can't understand why her legal team hasn't prepped her. This is a federal trial. This Judge Ray has he's one of the most smartest jurists in this particular court, and the fact that you have your attorneys there not prepping you to not answer questions that weren't asked of you is, for example, if the lawyer asks TashaK, is today Monday? And TashaK, instead of her saying yes, today is Monday, she started talking about everything she did from Tuesday through Friday. She's not really answering the question, and I don't know if she doesn't care about answering the question, she's not paying attention, or is this a deliberate attempt to try to take the lawyer off her game? But attorney Sarah Mates is doing a masterful job in bringing up the videos, outlining all the salacious stuff that TashaK said about Cardi B, and pointing out that she knew when she published these videos that most of what she published were false. And I just don't understand, how do you go through a trial, as I don't even know why her attorneys even allowed her to not try to get this case settled. This case is going to the jury. This case is probably going to bankrupt TashaK. And previously, people reported that this case was about $75,000. This case is about a lot more than $75,000. You have compensatory damages and punitive damages at stake here, plus attorney fees. And Cardi B is paid close to $1 million just in legal fees already. So for anyone that think this is about a $75,000 case, make no mistake, Cardi B and her legal team is going for the horse and caboodle. This case is probably going to be a case to set precedent for blogging in America. Because if you recall, there has been no other case in America involving bloggers and defamation. This case is not about the First Amendment. This case is about defamation, invasion of privacy, slander. And I can't see that this case will go anywhere but favorable for Cardi B. I'm Dennis Byron, reporting live outside the federal courthouse, where in just the next 15 minutes, TashaK will be getting back on the witness stand. She's been on the witness stand since 9:30. She's still fumbling with her testimony. She's a little more poised today. And also her attorney hasn't made any objections today. Any objections. Yesterday he made a few of them, which all were overruled. Today he has made no objections. And pretty much he's letting the lawyers for Cardi B put on the videos. Because the videos speak for itself. You know, when you have someone that is sitting on the witness stand and you have these videos playing, you can't say you didn't say it. And it's almost cringeworthy that she's almost like proudly admitting that she's benefiting from these videos. So I don't see this case going well for TashaK. I think that once the doctor for Cardi B takes the stand, and then they put on her husband, Chikna Kebi. So I've been pronouncing it. It's not Kebi, it's Kebi. And when her husband, who's 50% ownership of her company, takes the stand, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. So the TashaK that you guys have seen in these videos, the bombastic, loudmouth, vile-mouth person, is not the person that's on this witness stand today, and not the person yesterday was on the witness stand. This is a different. This is Latasha Kebi. And when you're in when you're in the federal court sitting at a trial, you really can't control the narrative. You just have to answer the question. And the judge, like I said, admonished her 2 times already, warned her if she does it again. So this is not looking good. This is not looking good. I'm going to read a few questions to see if I can answer them, and if so, I will. 1 second. So I just read a comment, and someone made a very good point. Assuming Cardi prevails in this particular lawsuit, there are a lot of videos out there that there are potentially laced with lies and untruths. And the fact that she boasted that she's made tons of money from Cardi B's video. She said in one part of the testimony that YouTube has reached out to her back in, I want to say October of 2019 or 2018, that her numbers have skyrocketed because of the coverage she did on CardiB. Now, if your numbers shoot up because of the coverage you did on CardiB, and 99.9% of what you said about CardiB is untruth, then what does that tell you? So some ask the question, will they take a YouTube channel? I don't know. We don't know what the motion is going to, what the request is going to be during a guilty verdict, but we do know that when you rob a bank and you use a getaway car, they typically don't give the people caught robbing the bank the car back. They usually take the car as well. So we don't know how this is going to play out as far as her losing the channel, but we do know that if this case goes south for TashaK, she's going to be bankrupt. She's going to be bankrupt. Unless she has someone that can provide financial resources to get her out of this conundrum that she's in, this case is going very bad for her very quick. And like I said, it's like sitting in and watching a movie that you know what the ending is going to be, just based on all the information that's come out. So this is just a procedural thing, but we have to see, the day is not up yet. TashaK is still on the stand, and we believe that she's going to be on the stand for the duration of the day. There's court tomorrow. There won't be court on Friday, and it won't be court on Monday because of Martin Luther King's birthday. But we will be here from gavel to gavel covering this. Like I said, there's no cameras allowed in the courtroom. We are trying to get a sketch artist in the courtroom so we can give you guys the color and the demeanor of the parties. Well, the people that are actually getting on the witness stand. So we have TashaK as the first witness that the plaintiff called, and the next witness we believe will be the husband, and then the doctor. And I think that's pretty much how you're gonna wrap the case up. I mean, unless there's a smoking gun, which I don't see. And this is, remember, this is not a counterclaim. This is a one-party claim, a one-party suit. So TashaK is the the defendant, and CardiB is the plaintiff. So there's no countersuit. So there's no let me try to fight fire with fire. This case is going to be on the merits of whatever comes out on the testimony of TashaK, her husband, and the doctor. And when the doctor comes in and says CardiB has none of the HPV or any type of sexually transmitted disease, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And the only defense from a lie is the truth. And it looks like the lawyers are doing a very good job. Once again, I'm Dennis Byron reporting live outside the federal courthouse where CardiB is going toe-to-toe with TashaK. This day is here. It's been in the works. And there's certain things I can't tell you about the case just yet, just because of legal reasons. And you guys will, again, it's a bit cryptic, and I have to be a bit cryptic just because of some of the things that were presented as part of it's not even evidence yet because it hasn't been brought in as evidence. But I would just say that it gets very interesting that we can reveal some of it at the conclusion of this trial, if it comes up. If it doesn't come up, we might not even talk about it. But at this point, we have to go back in the courtroom and see what else Tasha is going to admit to, because she pretty much admitted to everything that she's being accused of. Just looking at some notes real quick. So the date in question was October 24th of 2018, where TashaK did a video where she boasted that she received a high increase in traffic because of the videos she did on CardiB. And those videos yielded her a substantial financial gain. So if you guys want to go search for October 24th of 2018 on YouTube, you can see the video where TashaK is boasting how she has received an increase in revenue because of the video that she talked about TashaK allegedly putting a beer bottle. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Stop the press. Something else came out. There was a video, and you guys may remember, that purported that Cardi B had placed a beer bottle in her private area and gave it back to the patron. Well, today, under direct examination by attorney Sarah Mates, TashaK admitted that she didn't know that was Cardi B. She found the video on Pornhub. There was never any vetting process. And they said the name of the person who was in the video. It wasn't Cardi B. It was a young lady by the name of Luna. Her name is Luna. Some girl named Luna. She apparently was the Luna Bell. Luna Bell is the person who was in that video. It wasn't Cardi B. And the fact is, Cardi B posted on her Twitter page that wasn't her, and that the person who, the girl was trying to do this for clout. All right, guys, this is all I have for right now. I want to go back in the courtroom because the case is actually just started. I just got an alert. Hopefully you guys can just go to our Twitter page. We'll be posting some updates. Hopefully you screen recorded this, because guess what? I didn't save it. Okay, I saved the live. So once I save, I'll save the live, guys. I'll save the live. Give me a second here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna save this live. More tea, sir. That's cute. Luna Bell, that's the girl, Luna Bell. Guys, let me go. I'm starting seeing these comments. The lawyers for Cardi B is doing such a masterful job. I see no need for Cardi B to take the stand. I mean, the TashaK's testimony stands on its own. The fact that if you got to take the stand in a case like this, then the lawyers are not doing a good job. But the lawyers are doing a masterful job. Cardi B doesn't have to take the stand, and this is Cardi B's case. So the defense is not going to call Cardi B. It's only if the plaintiff takes the stand, then the defense can cross-examine her. But there's no need for that. This case is, I don't want to predict what the jury's going to say, but this case is like an open and shut. I mean, if you're claiming defamation, if you claim invasion of privacy, if you're claiming slander and the other claims, and you're admitting to it on the stand, then where's the lie? If you're admitting to this stuff, where's the lie? I don't know if someone's paying her. I know she's benefiting from the slanderous thing she said about Cardi B. So I can't speak to who's paying her, if that's even even a fact, but we do know that she's benefiting financially off of Cardi B. She's benefiting. You have to put things in context here. Cardi B is not the only person she's talked about on her platform. Cardi B, the videos of Cardi B provided her a platform to get more attention to other videos. So this is really a big case here. Just think about all the videos, and I haven't again watched 98% of her videos. Just think about all the videos she's done on different people, made these outlandish claims on different people, and no one has really challenged her in the platform of a courtroom. It's different when you're in the courtroom. It's different when you got to tell this to a jury. It's different when people file lawsuits. It has a different outcome. So when you look at these videos, they may be entertaining to a lot of you, but they have potentially ruined people's lives. And there's nothing entertaining about harming other people. So what the jury's watching is someone who's made a living, who's made financial gain from harming someone else. And the jury's looking at this. And the jury will speak at the end of this process, and we'll know how the jury felt. That's it. There's nothing else to be said until the jury speaks. But it's something to be said because we're going to give you the blow-by-blow of what's happening in the courtroom. Trust me, I will be back out here on the next break. But I have to go back inside because they're probably wondering where I'm at. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you guys a brief update. A brief update. I can't give you too much right now because the star witness is on the stand. And the star witness is Cardi B. There's been about 20 minutes of testimony. And I would just say that the tears were flowing in the courtroom. It was flowing in the courtroom. As a matter of fact, I may have shed a few tears myself, but let's be professional here. Cardi's on the stand right now. Well, we just broke for lunch, but Cardi was on the stand testifying as to how TashaK made her feel. She said, and I quote, "She never even cared to care. She lied and said her father raped a teenager. When asked by her attorney, Lisa Moore, do you have herpes? No. Do you have HPV? No. Are you a prostitute? No. Have you ever engaged in any debasing acts? No. When asked, how did these lies make her feel? I felt helpless, fatigued, tired, anxiety. I felt suicidal." Cardi broke down on the stand. She was crying on the stand. "I felt like I didn't deserve my kid." And this was during the time that Culture, this was probably a couple of months after Culture was born, and she was dealing with this whole debacle of defamation. And she essentially said that she didn't know TashaK, and she only knew TashaK because of a post that TashaK made where she was promoting the Star Marie Jones video, and she kept tagging Cardi B and hashtagging her to get her attention. And then when Cardi B didn't want to, TashaK asked Cardi B to get on her platform to debunk this, and she said no, she wasn't getting on her platform to debunk it. One, her management wouldn't let her do it, and two, it would have just made the story bigger. So from that point on, she continued to try to bait her to get onto her platform, and then when she didn't do it, she continually taunted her, harassed her, and spread it voluminous amount of lies. When the lawyer Lisa Moore asked, "Did you know Star Marie Jones?" Cardi said she met Star Marie Jones while working in a strip club in New York, but she only encountered her twice while working in a strip club in New York City. And she said that there was 2 instances where she interacted with Star Marie Jones. In one instance, she told the jury that when Cardi was on the stage dancing, Star Marie Jones would be picking up her money while she was dancing. And in another instance, there were other strippers who saw Stormy Reed Jones picking up money that didn't belong to her, and they were going to fight Stormy Reed Jones, and Cardi B said she interceded so they wouldn't beat her up. When asked had Stormy Reed Jones ever been at her residence, she said no. She's never seen her outside the club, and she was only a co-worker and knew nothing about her life. So these are the things that are happening in the court right now. And the attorney Lisa Moore, who's with the Moore Law Firm, is doing a pretty good job. There were 2 objections made by TashaK's attorney Olga that were sustained. They were kind of leading questions, but she was able to recover and just rephrase the question. So I didn't know Cardi B was going to take the stand today. I didn't know she was going to take the stand. I didn't think that it was necessary, but apparently they wanted to make it a point with the jury that how it affected her. And clearly, based on this woman, Cardi B, saying she wanted to commit suicide, I didn't even know that was to the magnitude of what she was dealing with. And when she stated that it affected her marriage and that she didn't want to have sex with her husband, she needed therapy. She had to get counseling. This was really bothering her. She said that in one instance, when she tried to, there was a post where she posted her picture of her and her daughter, Culture, and she had kissed Culture, and then she saw some of the comments where people were saying, "Don't you have herpes? Why are you kissing her?" So these are the type of effects that she had to deal with because of these lies. And the jury's listening to this very attentively. And I would just say that we're on a lunch break, but there's going to be a lot more testimony. And I just don't see how the cross-examination of her is going to be to the benefit of TashaK. And I don't want to go into another line of questioning prior to Cardi B taking a stand. And that's when her husband, TashaK's husband, Sheikna Kibi, took the stand. And guys, remember, we're taking notes in court, so I have to refer back to my notes so I can give you the actual testimony. One of the interesting things that happened during the testimony was when the attorney, one of Cardi's attorneys, was examining Sheikna. He was asked in so many words, did TashaK have control over whether or not the videos came down? He said yes. He basically said he had no control whether or not the videos came down. He threw his wife under the bus for the most part. It appeared that while he was the owner, he said TashaK testified that her husband was the president of Kibi Studios. But when he took the stand, he said, "Well, I'm not the president, I'm the owner." And then the lawyer for Cardi B asked him, do you see the distinction between the owner and the president? So he said, "Well, I'm the owner." But he also said that he had no control over whether or not the videos in question came down. So ask yourself a question. If you're the president or the owner of a company and you receive cease and desist letters to remove content from a company that you own, why would you not take ownership of the content that's on your platform if you're the owner? So it made no sense, and the logic behind him saying that it was his wife who made the decision whether or not to take the videos down, it didn't make any sense, because in an earlier testimony, the lawyer for Cardi B asked, did you guys have a ownership working agreement or SOP or standard operating procedures for the company? So who makes the determination whether or not content goes up or content goes down? So it was a lot of blaming, and I think he felt, in my opinion, I think he felt that if he said he didn't have control over taking videos down, it was up to his wife, it would absolve him of any wrongdoing. But when you're 50% owner of a company, then you're 50% responsible, and you have the same culpability as the person that is doing the harm. So first and foremost, we're going back in because Cardi's on the stand right now, and she's making a very powerful presentation with her testimony. And I would just say that this case is, I really didn't believe that she was going to take the stand because I didn't see that it was necessary. But I think this is just the icing on the cake. It's nothing more powerful than hearing the person who's being victimized tell her story. It's very powerful. She's a very good witness. And I would say that, you know, Cardi curses. She cussed. And she said what when she was giving her testimony, she didn't hold back. She said it. The jury, it was no flinching or reaction. This person we know as Cardi B, Miss Cardi B, is someone who has shown the jury that she's a regular person. And when asked how did she come up, she talked about when she went to a Borough Manhattan Community College. She did 2.5 semesters in college. She spoke about when she was in high school. She graduated from high school. She spoke about her first job working in a supermarket at the age of 18 and a half. And she took a job as a stripper because she was late for her job as a worker in the supermarket. And her employers suggested that she go across the street and work to get a job as a stripper. And she said she also, the other reason why she worked as a stripper was because she was in an abusive relationship. And as a result of that relationship, she had to make money to get out the relationship. So Cardi's being very transparent. She's being very transparent. And this is a very interesting case. Very interesting case at this point. And I kept on turning around to look at TashaK and her husband to see if they had any type of remorse or any type of emotion to her testimony, and they were stoic. The husband just kept on staring straight ahead, and I think 1 or 2 times TashaK turned around and looked at the back of the courtroom, perhaps for a reaction. But in my opinion, it's not going good for the blogger lady. Right. So you went to BMCC, right? Borough Manhattan Community College down by Chambers Street. Absolutely. So I'm going to read a couple of questions. Yeah, I thought the husband, let me say this, the husband said on 2 different occasions that what the wife testified to was not true. And I don't know if he realized that he called his wife a liar. Because one, he said that he's not the president of the company, he's the owner of the company. When asked, do you believe the president and the owner are the same, one and the same? He said, yes. But he's never used the term, according to him, in his whole course of doing business as identify himself as a president. So I don't know. I don't know what type of trial preparation that was, but I would just say that they need to get their stories together because it's not looking good. Someone said these people will try to hold on to TK's lies because they don't like Cardi B. But you have to ask yourself a question. Why don't you like Cardi B? There was a lot of lies told about Cardi B, and Cardi B testified that because TashaK used the hashtag on YouTube in her videos, that when Cardi B's music videos will come up, it will be one of Cardi B's videos, and there'll be another video of TashaK, which will essentially make the video go viral because then if people searching for the music, now they're looking at videos that are damaging to Cardi's career. And Cardi talked about how she came up from humble beginnings. She talked about her closeness to her family. She talked about how they get together to be with her grandmother in her New York apartment. She has a close connection to her family, so this has really affected her. And you got to ask yourself a question: if you're a mother, if you're a parent, and you are a career woman, and you have to balance all this that is happening while you're trying to help feed your family, and you're seeing someone is intentionally trying to destroy your career. The fact that Cardi said she wanted to commit suicide should tell you something. It's nothing to laugh about that. This woman said she wanted to commit suicide. I mean, she's a human being like you and me. So you got to ask yourself the question, what is it really worth it? So someone is financially enriching themselves off of the misery of someone else. And no one sees nothing wrong with that? No one sees that as a problem? If you think that should be something to be joyous about, you might want to reconsider who you are as a person. In any event, that's my opinion. And I'm going back inside, guys.